Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to the recorded club flying briefing on Monday the 29th of May. We've had a sort of quite a while of easterlies now, and nothing looks like it's going to change for a few days. High pressure is sort of fairly firmly established nearby, and we're drawing in northerly across Scandinavia and then northeasterly across us down in the south. And you can see the isobars, certainly from the centre of the country down, they're reasonably well, reasonably tight together. So it's going to be a bit breezy today. You'll see from the forecast. Northeasterly direction, pressure's quite high, so nice and stable, no chance of any rain, but also a strong inversion sat over us, which will take a while to break and then get going for soaring. So no Farnborough Taff today, so we'll just go with a Gatwick, potential few at 4.5. An 040 at 14 knots, so fairly breezy. And Heathrow 050 12 knots, few at 4,000 feet. So there is potential for cloud, I think, potentially here, cloud to start off with and then perhaps disappearing as the day goes on, but only small amounts. And the upper winds, somewhere between 15 and 30, 060. So yeah, around 15 knots around us, I suspect, maybe a little bit more during the day. Top Meteo was suggesting a little bit more than that. For this afternoon, temperature-wise, not going to feel quite as warm as yesterday. I think 18 degrees in here, potentially a little bit more than that, 19 in London. But most of the south area about 18 degrees, and dew points, they're fairly low at the moment. They're showing 9s and 8s. I think more like about 6 and 7 around here this afternoon. If it was 8s, we probably would see cumulus. Sat pic, got the infrared there. And this shows the upper cloud, first of all. And there's some streaming around the high pressure here. We might see the influence of that during the day. And then we've also got the visual, which shows the sort of, at the moment, bits of low cloud and moisture over East Anglia. But I think as the morning goes on, that'll just burn off fairly quickly. Soundings for Lasham, it's purely about temperature, breaking the inversion, sort of 14 degrees to get some thermal activity by the looks of it. And if it gets to 18, then up here, about 4,000 feet, thereabouts above sea level. You can see 15 knot, maybe a little bit more east-northeasterly, the wind arrows on the side there. And further north, Bicester, Buckingham area, the lines are a little bit closer together here. So there's the potential for cumulus with dew points at about maybe 6. Cumulus at about 4,000 feet. So potentially okay. But again, it'll take a while to reach the sort of mixing temperature, probably 10:30, 11 o'clock, before you start to get any sign of thermal activity, and 12 o'clock before it really starts to become usable. Top Meteo, this is by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, around Lasham, 1,300 meters, so 3,500 feet, a little bit better up into the Midlands. Definitely air coming in from the Wash, so that's something to be cautious about it. And just like yesterday, the air coming in over Kent and Sussex wiped things out there. Predicted flight distance. They're showing up into East Anglia. I think up to Oxford, Northampton, probably be okay, but again, strong winds, which will be the challenge for anybody flying cross country today, including the comp. Okay, so a reasonable day in prospect. I didn't show the cloud distribution. It just sort of shows at 1400. They're not picking up any particular sign of cumulus, maybe some in and around here, Oxford area, but they are showing the sort of upper cloud, thin cirrus during the day. Right, airspace wise, quick look at the NOTAMs. Obviously, Lasham here, and the usual Boscombe Down radio activity there. 24, I think, is high clear. There's a parachute display. It normally narrows it down to a bit shorter than sort of between 11 and 5 o'clock in the evening. So give the air around high clear a little bit of a miss today. And further north, that's just night military activities near Buckingham. But apart from that, it's fairly quiet. Up this way for a bank holiday weekend, Battle of Britain Memorial flight floating around in various places. So not really a lot going on. Airfield operations. With the comp on, they'll be on the runway, operating here, the grid. We're going to have the launch point vehicle here, and we'll be aerotowing off this area. So the north side is club flying, landing here. Just be aware, we're going to brief for people not to sort of walk across in front of the aerotow operation, but go behind or drive round the back. But just be aware that there may be people walking across here who haven't taken notice of the briefing. Keep a good lookout. Once they go, we're going to airfield to ourselves, and then when they come back, we'll probably shut down our operation late afternoon for the finishers. And that really is about it for today. Just be aware the wind is perhaps a bit fresher than yesterday, so turbulence off the trees, it's going to be a bit sporting on the takeoff. Thanks, folks, and I'll see you out there.